What's up, good people? How you doing? How you doing? Let me know if you guys can hear me out there. We're going live with the CPI numbers. Hey, if you're new to the page, go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell. And make sure that you're not already subscribed. My subscribers have been rising since I've been saying this. So make sure it's checked. All right, good people. And make sure you hit that like button right away. Yes. Hey, thank you, Steve Lambert. Hey, how you doing? Yep, you guys know how this goes. We've been here before. Let me make sure that I am live. Just checking, making sure everything is good. Yep, I see we got 1,000 of you. A couple of hundred of you guys on. Hey, go ahead and hit that like button. At the end of this video, I want to let you guys know, let me just get this out of the way about my two links, my link for Webull and my link for Moomoo. Those are two trading apps. We want to make sure we download them both because we're going to make sure that they are both green and stay green, okay? Partake of all of the free stuff that they have if you don't have a trading app. And if you only have one, I suggest that you have multiple ones, all right? I have 7. Most people have 3 to 4, okay? Hey, what's going on? Kansas City in the house. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Danny. Hey, so listen, we know how these CPI numbers go, right? All right, now you guys, we've been through this so many times now, right? It goes green just before the CPI data comes out. And that does not mean that the day will end green. Even if we get, what they say we should have. All right, here we go. Let's go right to it.
I really am kind of excited. Welcome back to Squawk Box on CNBC. We're just a couple minutes away, just over 2 minutes away from the August consumer price inflation data. Ahead of the report, let's bring in our expert panel. Nancy Davis, Chief Investment Officer of Quadratic Capital Management. Mira Pandit, Global Market Strategist at JP Morgan Asset Management. Austin Goolsbee, a former chair of the Council of Economic Advisors during the Obama administration, now a professor at the University of Chicago's Booth School of Business. Chicago was like 5, Austin, ahead of a lot of the Ivy Leaguers in that latest U.S. news. I don't know about Columbia. Tyler Goodspeed, a former acting CEA chair in the Trump administration, now an adjunct scholar at the Cato Institute and a fellow at the Hoover Institution. We're going to be ready for the number by the time I get done with this. And our own Steve Leisman spent years in Russia, speaks some Russian.
We got 1 minute, so I'm going to just keep it on here. Hey, I'm waiting on XRP to pop, all right? I'm just loading up. I don't want to rush XRP. I want them to just go ahead and, we'll talk about that later.
A cool number, will it be cool enough? Quickly.
Look, I hope so. This is the critical 3-month period. The core month-to-month inflation is the thing we're watching. If we could get that at 0.1 or below for the new month, I think that changes the game of where the Fed's head is.
Tyler, real quick.
I agree with Austin. I'm really going to be looking at the core measure, the headline.
That Larry Jones is spam.
Flat, maybe even slightly negative, but I'm going to be looking at the core.
Sorry, Nancy?
Well, I'll take the over on that since we have a little bit of a consensus.
Okay.
I would say above 8.1 is probably likely because of food inflation. I'm really watching food inflation, although energy has probably dropped.
Okay, sorry to be moving everyone along so quickly. Mira, do you have a guesstimate?
All eyes on core. We want to see things outside of just energy come down in this report.
Very good. Okay, and then we'll get to you in a second, Steve. Sorry to leave you out. It's time now for the report. Rick Santelli, hopefully you've got the numbers for it.
Yes, the August numbers for the Consumer Price Index. Headline number expected to be down is up 0.1 instead of down 0.1. And do remember, the high water mark there was in June when it was the highest level since 2005, when it was up 1.3%. up only 1/10, of course, is the lowest. Well, since last month, we're unchanged. If we strip out the all-important food and energy, and do understand, gas was down, 26% month over month. It's food that we have to pay attention to, up 0.6%, double the expectation. And the high water mark there is up 0.9. That was in April, and that went back to 1981, up 0.6. Well, if you look at up 0.7 in June, that's kind of our comp. Now, the year-over-year numbers, expecting up 8%, up 8.3 on year-over-year, up 8.3. High water mark there was, of course, 9.1. That goes back to 1981. 8.3 equals April, and it is the lowest level since February when it was 7.9. And if we strip out the all-important food and energy on a year-over-year perspective, it's also hotter than expected, up 6.3%. We're expecting up 5.9. The high water mark there, up 6.5. That was in March. That was the highest since 82. So when we see 6.3, that actually now is the highest since March of when it was the highest since 82. We've had 4 months in a row where it was moderating a bit. We'll call an end to that. Now, as we look at interest rates, we can clearly see that there's a lot of two-way action going on here. But for the most part, we're at 339 and a 10. That's up about 4 basis points. And we were at 329, down 7. So you can see there's been a big reversal. And the panel, of course, is going to discuss this. The thing that really bothers me with regard to inflation is everybody here on this panel agreed months ago that one of the reasons inflation was high was all the government spending. And after we agreed on that, what did the government do? They spent more. Student loans, welfare in terms of the CHIPS Act. Seems like nothing is sinking in. These numbers aren't better than expected, and maybe they should be, and maybe ultimately they're going to start to go back up again because we continue to go back to that well of debt and spending. The gang, back to you.
Yeah, we've had policymakers on, and there are no exceptions. That they don't cop to that at all anymore, Rick. It's supply chain, and gas prices have been coming down, and all our efforts are working. And one representative just said, just to be clear, like I was asking like insane questions about whether we should still be spending, but I don't know. Austin, or let me. How about you, Steve? What are you seeing there? Give us some more details.
I think the important story of this, Joe, I'll get to the detail in a second. The important story is the Fed just erased the 75 basis point hike that was written in pencil and wrote it in red ink. I think this moves them to 75 for sure at this point because they didn't get the help they were looking for. And I'll tell you where it didn't come from. Rick was 100% right to point out food. I think that's the reason why you didn't get negative. What was it? 0.0708 on the food number. That was a big thing. 0.8 on food. Food at home was up 0.7%. That was over on the core side. On the headline side. On the core side, 2 things. One is I am not seeing, Joe, some of the deflation from the excess inventory that people thought was going to show up. I'm seeing goods prices up a bit. I'm not seeing too many negative numbers. The one negative number I see there is used car prices down actually less.
Yeah, 8 is bad. 8.3 is worse. So as you guys could see, it's high. And as you guys could see, the futures, the Dow futures, as soon as the numbers came out, they tanked. It was like I was saying just before we went on air. You can't go by the pre-markets. They're always green. The market is always excited. And then we get these numbers. Inflation has not slowed down, even though we missed a month of the FOMC meeting. Inflation is still ramping up. It's still extremely high. We could just about guarantee there will be no 50 basis points. There is going to be 75 basis points up to a full point. That will happen at this point. The question is, which will it be? And another question, which is actually just as equally as important, is will the market or has the market priced it in? I believe that the market has priced in 75 basis points. I believe if it hasn't priced it in by now, that it will be priced in by the time it gets out. So I don't think that if the Fed comes and say at the FOMC meeting, which is the 20th and the 21st of this month, when he says 75 basis points, I believe by then, because of this sell-off, right? You see that Dow tanking, everything tanking, all the major indexes are tanking. I believe by the time we get to the rate hikes, I believe that'll be on the 21st. Well, the 20th and the 21st. Then it will be 75 basis points will already be priced in. I don't think that's going to be bad for the market. If the Fed, now that we see that we have a higher CPI number, Consumer Report Index, if the Fed says we're going up a full point, I believe that's going to be negative for the market, and the market will react negatively. So there's your report. When's the meeting? The meeting is the 20th and the 21st of this month. All right. And so, that's it. For those of you that did an SQQQ, you're doing well. For those of you that did a TQQQ, you're not doing so good. All right. Remember, if you're doing these short plays, SQQQ is short. Just think of S as short, T as tall. And those type of plays, if you think the market is going to go down, you do an SQQQ. I generally don't like to hold those for more than 2 to 3 days. And if you think the market is going to go up, you do a TQQQ. And just think of T for tall. All right. So I'm going to leave it right there, good people. I have to go hop on a plane. You guys pray for me as I travel. And I will be talking to you guys later. Yep, there you go. SQQQ. Yep. Tesla puts. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Here we go again. Look at this, good people. Look at that. It's not bad. It's not good. So as you can see, the Dow is tanking, S&P, NASDAQ, everything. Yes. It came out to 8.3, right? We were looking for 8. Came out to 8.3. All right. Yep. Time to cash up some more. There you go. Let me check one more thing before we log off with you guys. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. And yep, not good. Not good. All right, good people. Hey, thank you guys. The rest of the week is going to be a light week for me. I have a couple of videos that are very important for you guys to watch that I will be releasing this week. And I encourage you guys to watch the videos. So you still will see videos posted from me, some of them that I already recorded. All right, good people. I love you guys. This is temporary. We ain't scared. And I say ain't, A-I-N apostrophe T. We ain't scared. We prepared. And so that's why we have Moo. And that's why we are putting money into Moo getting ready. All of this is setting the stage, good people. So I want you to check out the links below. That's Moo. Take advantage of the free stuff. Deposit $100. And then Webull is where we set it and forget it. My Webull will be buying Friday automatically. I set it once and I'm going to leave it set for the next 5 to 10 years. All right, good people. Both links in the description below. Be kind, rewind, rinse, and repeat. Love you guys. Live, love, laugh, and learn.